have no fear of neither the Trump administration nor speaking out loudly about the message of the gospel. And that's what I believe. I am called to do what the church is called to do. We're not politicians. We're not looking to make foreign policy, as he calls it, with the same perspective that he might understand it. But I do believe that the message of the gospel, blessed are the peacemakers, is a message that the world needs to hear today.
A message the world needs to hear. That was Pope Leo XIV, the first American pope, this morning, vowing to keep it up, to keep calling for peace, to keep speaking out against the war in Iran, not as some sort of policymaker or political rival to Donald Trump, as Trump seems to suggest, in an absolutely unhinged late-night screed, a complete meltdown on Truth Social. But the Pope there speaking as a faith leader, leader of the world's Catholics, leader of the Catholic Church. Donald Trump seems committed to insulting and offending every chance he gets. That unhinged 300-plus word post in which Donald Trump threatens Pope Leo and says he should, quote, get his act together. Donald Trump called the Pope weak on crime, terrible for foreign policy. Trump also claimed responsibility for Pope Leo's election as Pope. Less than an hour later, Donald Trump posted this edited image depicting himself as a Jesus-like figure healing the sick with heavenly bodies that look a lot more like action figures than angels floating overhead, and miraculous light beams coming from his hands. In a rare retreat, the post has been deleted after it prompted such brutal disgust and backlash from his coalition, including rare outrage from the religious right. When asked about it today, Donald Trump said, yes, it was me, I did it. But he said it was a picture of him as a doctor? What?
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
Okay, you as a doctor is just as batshit crazy. As Trump proceeds, though, to offend doctors and the world's 1.4 billion Catholics, including 1/5 of the American population, their first ever American-born pontiff had this to say, according to the New York Times, about Trump's social media postings. Quote, it is ironic, the name of the site itself, say no more. The site, in case you can't remember, is called Truth Social. I want to bring in Princeton University professor and political analyst Eddie Glaude. Tom is still here. I'd say round one goes to the Pope, Eddie, but let me just, because there's this cycle of like, oh, I didn't do that, only the fake media. I mean, posting yourself as a doctor is truly just as deranged as posting a picture of yourself as Jesus.
No, absolutely. And first of all, it's great to see you, Nicole. I think what Donald Trump did, what he said, is part and parcel of our kind of the cloudiness, the fogginess of our moral moment in some ways, right? People are constantly telling us not to believe not to believe our eyes, not to believe what we see, in order to kind of get us to convince ourselves not to be morally clear. And in this case, Donald Trump is responding as he always responds to being held to account. He cannot take the sound of prophetic speech. So he goes after the leader of the Catholic Church, 20% of the U.S. adult population. And he threatens, I believe, Nicole, again, he threatens his base, that kind of coalition between conservative Catholics and evangelical Christians.
Let me put the picture up one more time. Can I see the picture? Control room.
Oh,
okay. That is not, I mean, a doctor, you know, I have a toddler, like the doctor's kit from Walmart comes with a stethoscope and a white jacket. And I mean, that is absolutely deranged.